Today, I am interviewing Dr. Julie Sullins. She likes to be called Miss Julie. Miss Julie is a physical therapist in 2 school systems. She is a co-worker and friend of my mom. Okay. What education does it require to be a physical therapist?
Well, you have to graduate high school, and then you have to have a 4-year undergraduate, what they call undergraduate degree, so a bachelor's degree. Mine was in biology. And then you apply, you take a GRE test, and then you apply for physical therapy school. And that is 3 years, so you wind up with a doctorate at this point.
Okay. What does a career involve on a daily basis?
It depends on what kind of setting you're in. Me personally, I work in the school system. So I work with the special needs kids. So I go pull them from their classrooms and make sure that they can function within the school system the way that they're supposed to be able to interact with their peers a little bit better.
Okay. How much of a demand is there for this job now and in the future?
A very high demand right now. You can go anywhere pretty much to get a job. You have to have the different licensure if you go to a different state, but there are jobs available all over the U.S. right now. And I'm hoping it stays that way for the future, because that just means we get paid more.
Okay. Well, what are the good and bad points of the profession?
Let's see. Good points are it's really flexible. You can kind of go to any kind of environment that you want to, whether you want to work with children or you want to work with adults or even like sports teams. A lot of physical therapists will go work with, or even the elderly too. So it's very diverse and it's very flexible. You can kind of, as long as you get into a certain setting, you can arrange your hours to work kind of how you want to, and it's good for having a family. The bad, I know we talked about earlier, I had just had a baby, and it's really hard to do some of the tasks that you have to do, like lifting and all that stuff when you're expecting a new baby.
Okay. Why did you choose this career, and what advice would you give someone wanting to be in this profession?
You really, you need to do your research on it and make sure and do volunteer hours just to make sure that it's something that you think you can do. I chose it personally because I got to know a couple of guys in Milledgeville and they were all therapists. And so I did a lot of volunteer hours at their clinic and realized it was what I wanted to do.
Okay. And what do you normally wear to the career?
It's different in every setting that you work in. I, at the schools, wear generally scrub pants and tennis shoes with a fitted t-shirt or something like that. If you work at the hospital, it's generally scrubs, but the outpatient clinics will make you dress up a little bit more just because they want to look a little bit more professional. So they wear what they call business casual, which is dress pants and like a nice shirt. And usually it has to be closed-toed shoes though, because there's a few environmental hazards and they want to make sure your toes are covered.
Okay. Well, I'd just like to say thank you for helping me with this interview.
Yes, ma'am.